Anything special?
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. We out here, man. 33 years of prison stories. We on the road to 100K, 100K, 100K. Let's get there, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend what we got going on out here. Boom, boom, boom. We out here, man. We trying to spread this positive energy, you know, and save some lives and change some lives, man. That's the goal. That is the ultimate goal. And I appreciate everybody who hit me in the comments, everybody who shared the video, everybody who liked the video, everybody who watched the video, man. Salute, man. Big love, big respect. I appreciate it. You ain't got to be here, and you do come and you show up, and I appreciate the love, man. Today I wanted to talk to y'all. As y'all can see about the title as right now, I don't know the title I always put at the end, but right now I'm thinking about naming it CO versus CO. And the reason why I wanted to name it that is because, believe it or not, just like the convicts, the inmates be beefing with each other, you have COs versus COs that be beefing with each other as well. And it's a crazy, crazy scene because these people are supposed to be professional. They supposed to be at work. They get a job. They get a paycheck. They get a pension. But, man, they be some of the most pettiest people you can ever meet in your life, you know. And they get into it, man. They get into it, you know. I've seen it all, man. I mean, from A to Z. You know, they work together. They don't like each other. They beefing on the job. From disrespecting each other to calling each other outside their name to actually throwing hands, man. I've seen it. I've seen it all, man. Every time, I can't lie to you, I got to be honest, I've laughed. I've laughed, you know what I'm saying? Because we always the one that got all the pressure. We always the one, you know, got to pay for something. So, you know, when they do get into it, man, it's entertainment for, you know, the cast that's locked up. Especially when it's right in our face, when we can see it. When it's, you know, they do it on the job. You know what I'm saying? They do it on the job. It carries over, you know, sometime into the streets. But they definitely do it on the job, man. And to be honest with you, most of the time, it's over a female CO. You know what I'm saying? It's over a female CO. Every now and then it's over this dude don't like this dude, you know what I'm saying? They don't like each other, whatever. But most of the time it's over a female CO. Or you have female COs that's be beefing and it's over a male CO. I've seen all the dynamics, all the craziness, the foolishness that comes along with it. It's insane, man, and it's a trip. Just to to think about a few of them that I've seen. I'm going to try to start from the earliest thing I can remember. I think one of the earliest ones I remember was back, you know what I'm saying, on Augusta, man. I can remember they had, you know, like Augusta was mostly like 96, 98%, you know, Caucasian or white people that work there. You know, it's up there in the mountains, man, in the racist area, and it wasn't too many blacks. So, you know, you had a few blacks that worked there. And then you had a few that had moved up a little bit in the ranks. And, man, they hated that, man. They hated that. And what they hated even more was you had a few of them that, you know, there was black guys or whatever that was, you know, had got involved with some of their female officers who were white women. And, man, they was catching pure HELL. You understand me? And it was crazy. I remember this one lieutenant, and I didn't like him neither, because he just was he was a dirty mofo, man. Dirty old mofo. I ain't like him. He had this aura about himself where he thought he was better than everybody else, or so on and so forth. But it don't matter what I think. Them females up there liked him, you know what I'm saying? And he was getting at him, man. And one of the females up there, for the most part, she was one of the most, attractive females up there. A young white woman. She probably was in her mid-20s. He probably was in his like early 30s. And he ended up having her. And man, them dudes up there, man, them white COs, man, they hated him, man. They hated him. They used to try to do everything they could to try to, get him fired, or, to try to write him up for anything he did. But at this point in time, when I was up there, he had already made it up to status of a lieutenant. So, the task was a little hard for them to get rid of him, and he knew that. You know what I'm saying? So he played to his advantage on that, man, because he used to be down on him too, and scream on him and bark on him, which only infuriated them more and made them even hate him less. Man, they was doing some wicked stuff up there, man. They used to spray paint on his car, flatten his tires in the parking lot, all types of foolishness, man. Approach him on the street when they see him outside of the job. It was going down on that joint, messing with him. And to be honest with you though, and I know this may sound bad, but I ain't even feel bad for him, man, because he was nasty, man. He was nasty, and he was nasty to his own people. You know what I'm saying? He just was a nasty dude. So he had this arrogance about himself, whereas to, I don't really, I will say I don't think he deserved what they was trying to impose on him, but he was a nasty dude, and you know what I'm saying? And for at that time, in my frame of mind, I didn't have no sympathy for him because he didn't have none for me. You know what I'm saying? But he was definitely going through it, man, with the administration up there. And also they had a dude up there, he had became all the way up to the point where he was a major. You know what I'm saying? He's a major on this institution that is predominantly white and racist, and he was a major. And they really hated him because, we talking about a major is like, he's like third in command on the institution. You got the warden, the assistant warden, and then you got the major, who is head of all security. So, man, he was really catching it. He was catching it, man, because he was up there too, doing the same thing, getting all them women, and and they hated him, man. Same thing was happening to him. They was messing with his cars, flattening his tires, painting on his car, the N-word all over his car. I mean, all types of foolishness, which always befuddled me because all these institutions got cameras on the outside. Why wouldn't you know who painted or spray painted on his car if it's in an institution parking lot? But it seemed like they could never figure it out. They could never find out. But he was a big dude, man. He was real big. He was like 6'4", 6'5", big dude, man. And he didn't care about it. He put his foot down, and he talked that talk and he walked that walk, man. But they was doing a lot of coward stuff to him to try to get rid of him, get him up off of there, right? He eventually now, which I think is a warden. I think he's a warden there somewhere, man. And but yeah, all of that was like the first, times that I really seen, the in-house fighting, between, CO versus CO, right? Man, later on down the line, it got worse. You know what I'm saying? It got worse. I've seen them, lie on each other, talk crazy to each other on the job where we can actually see it and hear it. I've seen them it's a person in the booth, right? The control officer is in the booth, and usually you have somebody on the floor. Sometimes you'll have two officers on the floor, depending upon where you at. And I've seen the officer on the floor beefing with the officer in the booth, and the officer in the booth is the one that controls the doors and won't open the door to let them out when they're supposed to go out, won't let them in when they're supposed to come in. They'll treat them as they treat us. We could be at the side door pushing the button to get in, bonk, 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 and they just sit there and act like we don't exist. And man, I've seen a many dudes snap off because of that, because you got him sitting right there pushing this button for over 10, 15 minutes when all you have to do is just hit a button and the door will open. But you get these petty officers that do, they don't like you for whatever reason, and they'll do petty stuff to you to try to set you off. Because if they set you off and you go off, then you going down, like the Titanic. You be somewhere and say, for snapping out, cussing at them. They're going to say you threaten them. They feel threatened, or you use insolent and vulgar language, or, all of this type of stuff, man. It's just the games that they play in there, man, is worse than Monopoly, man. It's worse than Poker Brothers. They got game like I don't know what. But we always, like I say, subject to whatever that they want to impose on us, because, our voice don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? But, man, whenever you could get them two to beefing, be it girl, a guy, or dude, man, we sit back and we watch. We like, oh, okay. And a lot of dudes will use it to their advantage. If you got two officers that work on the same ship together and they don't like each other, and you trying to get something done or whatever, they'll say, oh, well, Officer such say, I can't go here, man, or I need it. Man, go ahead. They would just go against each other all the time. You know what I'm saying? And it was a sight to see, man. So I can remember, man, seeing this one female. She was beefing with this other female because they both were supposed to be messing with the same male seal, right? And at this point in time, I was on Greensville, and it was crazy because this particular CO, man, to the best of my knowledge now, he got like 3 females pregnant on the same institution. All 3 of these females worked there, and all 3 of them was pregnant at one point in time by this same guy. And man, if you mess around and they didn't have enough people on shift, and they put them 2 women together, one on the floor, one in the booth, or one come to relieve the other one in the booth, man, they would go at it. You could hear them, man. You would think you was in the projects. Oh, B, you shut up. I don't want to work. I don't know what they put me over here with you for, with your little funky. I mean, they went at it, man, and we just be sitting up there looking, and they up there arguing and acting like they give me the scrap. And, man, dudes be like, man, when you see this? And it was all because of this one officer. All because of him, man. And he just used to sit back and laugh, and, he thought he was a real live pimp. He had a little gold in the front of his mouth, old little light-skinned cat, man. Had a little build to him, so he was like the pimp of the camp, man. But he had them bras in a frenzy, man. And at one point in time, it was 3 of them that's supposed to have a baby bound. 2 of them was walking around with their stomach big at the same time and went out on maternity leave at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So it was just crazy. But I seen when one of them came back, they had their baby. And another one that was there who's supposed to have had a baby by him the previous year, man, we seen them one time on the boulevard arguing so bad and going at each other so hard that they done squared up and everything. They get ready to fight. And then the administration, them come out there, the major and all them come out there, man. They walked them up off of the compound. One of them ended up getting fired. The other one ended up staying. But, man, they was out there, man, and they was just arguing. Dudes was glued to the window looking out there because it's on the boulevard. So we can't really, hear everything that's being said, but we already know the background of what's going on and why they beefing. And, dudes will egg that stuff on. Dudes will pull up on it because, they come at us with all the foolishness. Dudes will come out like, yeah, man, your baby daddy got another baby coming on, and they get away from the booth. I don't want to hey, look, I'm going to write you up. And dudes be like, don't get mad at me, I ain't get her pregnant. I ain't get you pregnant. I mean, dudes going to come at them with the same larceny that they come at us with all the time. Once they find out any information, man, they are on you, man. And they knew, everybody knew about him and having all these girls pregnant. You understand? And he used to just be smiling like a chess cat when dudes ask him about, hey, yo, man, I heard you got a CO or Miss such break. Man, go ahead, man. Go. He just thought he was that dude. You know what I'm saying? And obviously to them, he was that dude. You know what I'm saying? And he just used to sit back and just reap the benefits, man, all that was going on. And I think it fed to his ego or whatever. But he had them females, man, at each other, man, like they ready to rip each other head off. God only knows what was going on outside of the institution. But on the inside of that institution, yeah, he had them hating each other. You know, and he didn't stop. He was still trying to get it up for females. And all the ones, the three that's supposed to have kids by him, he ended up not messing with none of them. He ended up messing with another one there, which caused even more beef. You know what I'm saying? Between them. And a couple of the girls in the end ended up quitting. I think 2 of them ended up quitting. And only one of them that had a baby by him remained there with her job or whatnot. But he stayed there, man. He was there at least when I left. I left and I came back. When I came back years later, he was gone. I don't know if it was because of that or not, but I know he was he was having his cake and eating it too on Greensville. You can believe that. Yeah, believe that. He was getting more play on there than he probably was anywhere else. So it was all gravy to him, man. It was probably the perfect job for him because he ain't had to do nothing, you know, but sit around and tell dudes like us what to do all day long and act like he was a boss. And then he had all these little women at his disposal. So he probably felt like he was you know, King Tut up in that joint. But some of the most craziest joints I seen though, man, when it's dude versus dude beefing like that, man, because that's when it get real interesting, and especially for us, it's pure entertainment because I've seen them beefing so hard, man, and I'm talking about when they on the job and they end up having to work together or they on the same post. Man, they calling each other all types of names. They gritting on each other. They playing the games with the door. Won't let the dude out. He's supposed to be coming in. He coming out whenever they switch the booth. Then when he get up there, he do the same thing. When they go up there in the booth, they walking by each other. They stand up in each other's face, talking trash. You know, calling each other the N-word. Talking about don't play with me. You got me effed up. And man, you better stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? We're going to lose our job today. You keep running your mouth, we'll lose our job today. I mean, I've seen them go through all of it, man. All the way to the point where I done seen them, I done seen them get busy. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and dudes be going off in there, man. It be like you watching a real movie because dudes be cheering them on and hollering, kill him, get him, yeah, bust his head. But man, they go crazy because I can remember being on the jump when the 2 dudes was beefing. And one of them was working one side of the floor, the other one was working the other side of the floor. But every now and then you have to make a round on the other side as well. You know, so you're supposed to make a round if the dude is going on a break. You know what I'm saying? But if he ain't going on a break, then you all right. When he go on a break, you supposed to make a round on his side. So I can remember these 2 dudes was beefing, man. They was beefing. Let's just say C.O. Jones and C.O. Brown. So Brown is on our side, Jones is on the other side. And there's a known fact they don't like each other. I think it's because the same thing. They're supposed to have been messing with the same woman. So Jones come on our side one day to make a round for Brown because Brown supposedly is gone on a break. But Brown won't go on a break. Brown was on the top making a round. Jones come on the bottom making a round for him. So when he come on there and start walking around the bottom, he ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing, just walking around looking in the cells. So he come around, walk across the bottom. Brown is walking up top. So he looked down and he said, man, I'm already doing a round, man. So he looked up and seen him. He said, yeah, well, you must not be doing it right because they told me come over here and do a round. So he said, man, and dude started laughing, and that's all it takes is a little egging on. So dude started laughing. Then you get dudes say, man, you let him talk to you like that. Man, you let him talk to you like that. So he said, man, F that P. You know, F that P-U-S-S-Y. So dude like, what you say? He said, man, you heard what I said. Boy, don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? So they running their mouth. So as he coming around the top, he's supposed to go all the way around the top and then come down the bottom and do the bottom. He's supposed to go around the bottom and come up top and do the top. So, boom, they go around and then they both coming down the bottom and get ready to exchange. So when they coming down and see each other, old boy, something, what's up? He said, man, don't play with me, man. You know what time it is. He said, I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? So now they right up in each other's face. So even you got dudes that's even in the cell, they coming out the cell looking. You know what I'm saying? Coming out there, see what's going on, leaning on the rails. Dudes coming out there drinking their coffee. Then you got dudes egging them on. Yeah, punch him in the face. I bet you won't punch him in the face. He ain't gonna do nothing. Now he is gonna do something. He tell him something, yeah. And then one of the dudes, like Brown, tell him, say, yeah, go ahead, let him pump you up. Let him pump you up. He said, man, I don't need nobody to pump me up, man. You know what I'm saying? You better stop playing with me, man. You better stop playing. He said, or what? You know what I'm saying? Or what? And dude's like, get him. You know, it's crazy as I don't know what, because in your mind you think they ain't gonna do nothing. You know, they at work. They got a job. Man, dude turn around, man, and now they like nose to nose. And all of a sudden, that's all it took. Dude pushed, bam, get up off me. P-U-S-S-Y. Man, dude stumbled back and came back. Oh, you playing? Ma! Hit him. When he hit him, man, he got up and they tussling. They wrestling all up in there. Now, it's a broad in the booth. Now, I don't know if she actually had seen it before she act like she seen it, or whether she was entertained too and just watching. Because, man, they was right there on the middle of the floor. They tussling. Boom, keys and everything. Boom, they hit the ground and they rolling all around. They can't fight. Now, I'm going to tell you that part right now. Can't name one of them fight. They on some WWE stuff. They wrestling and tussling and running their mouth. But then one of them bite the other one. So he said, he bite me. So they rumbling, right? He bite him, he push him off. They get up, they both squared off, looking goofy, like they don't know what they doing. Man, the pod is rocking. Everybody going crazy, like, oh, they fighting. Get him. Yeah, mess him up, Brown. No, I got Jones. I got $10 on Brown. I got 20 on Jones. And they just stand there telling me, come on. So they both swing all awkwardly and miss each other. By then, the broad in the booth, she see it. So she get on the speaker and holler, y'all better stop. Like she don't want to call the people because she know somebody gonna get fired or something going there. So she don't want to call the people. But by her neglecting to call the people, she really putting herself at risk too, because they rumbling. Because one of them gonna turn around and cross her up too when they say, oh, she ain't calling, we been fighting. Oh, you know, that's just how it is. It's them backstabbers, man, they were backstabbing. So they sitting there straight up in the pod, scrambling, you know, squaring off on each other. And then old Jones, he reached and grabbed his little security belt and pulled his little handcuffs off and put them on his hand. Told him, yeah, come on, boy. Come on. So he swing at him and miss. So dude trying to get his out and they just scrambling. And then he just football tackle him. Boom, drive him to the ground. They on the ground again, tussling. I guess the girl gets so scared by now, she knows she got to call the code. So she called the code and everybody come flooding up in that joint. I mean, police after police, and they running up in there. And to their surprise, it ain't there one of us rumbling, it's y'all two rumbling. And they on the floor just scrambling. Walkie-talkies them fell out everywhere. You know what I'm saying, man? Dude, watch them fell off. I mean, it's just crazy, man. They run up in there, y'all go to your cell. Get to your cell, everybody to your cell. Lock up. So they run into everybody, tell everybody lock up. Man, you can lay flat and believe everybody in that joint. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who it was. They on that gate looking out that door, seeing these two fools on the floor scrambling and tussling around, and they run over there, break them all up, get them all up. Man, dudes is running their mouth still, man. The captain coming there, the major coming there. Man, he told me, yeah, I got you, boy. I got you. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to see you. I'm going to see you. You can believe that. Yeah, and the other dude said, man, you going to die messing with me. You going to die. And I'm talking, they talking like gangsters. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they picked the language up from working here or whatever, but the way they talking like gangsters. But the way they were just fighting, they look like pranksters. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy, though, but it was entertainment to us. You know what I'm saying? It was entertainment to us. And, man, you can rest assured, man, dudes talked about this for God knows how long. You know what I'm saying? Both of them got fired. You know what I'm saying? Both of them got fired. The girl got suspended, you know what I'm saying, without pay or whatever, but she ended up coming back. But both of the dudes got fired. You understand? But I've seen fights like that before. I seen dudes. I seen a CO punch a dude in the face on the boulevard. Bam! Another CO. And he bagged up and stumbled up, but other police was right there. They jumped straight up in it and boom, break him up off the rip, tell him, man, all right, go to watch command office. Come on, let's go to watch command office. But the dude that got punched, he won't try to fight in. He was scared. You know what I'm saying? He wanted the dude to get fired because that's the first thing he said out of his mouth. You seen it? You seen him? You seen him, right? Okay, yeah, you out of here. You out, you know, so he didn't want no wrong. He ain't want nothing. He wanted the dude to get fired, and he was successful in getting him fired. But man, I'm telling you, over the course of the years, man, I done seen them all. I done seen a dude get up in a lieutenant face. I seen a dude get up in the captain. I seen a dude get up in the captain face on Powhatan. Now the captain is, you got the warden, assistant warden, the major, and then the captains. So he like fourth in rank on the institution. I seen a regular CO just the way the captain was talking to him. I seen him get up in the captain face and tell him in front of inmates. He said, man, you keep on disrespecting me and talking to me like I'm a child, man. I'm telling you, I'm going to beat your And dude say, hey, back up off me. He say, back up off me. Nothing, man. You don't talk to me like no child. I don't care nothing about this job. You're not going to be disrespecting me. I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? Captain bagged on up, was like throwing his hands up or whatever. I think he was shook. You know what I'm saying? More so than trying to be professional. I think he was shook, you know, but he had a habit of disrespecting dudes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So dude pulled up off of him, went on about his job. Yeah, he went in there about 15, 20 more minutes. They called him right on up out there, sent his relief up in there, sent him home, and that was it for him. He didn't see him no more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, all of that foolishness goes on in there, and yet these are the people that's supposed to be professional. These are the people that had authority over your life. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that come in there and will give you the impression that everything is so, you know, hunky-dory, and they're like, they living so well, everything, they ain't got no problems. We the only one got problems. Oh yeah, we locked up. We, you know, the scum of the earth, and y'all out here acting straight like ghetto fools up in this joint. You know what I'm saying? And it comes out on the job sometime. You know what I'm saying? It comes out on the job sometime, man. So yeah, man, I've seen some crazy stuff, man, when it comes to them officers, man. And especially, I told you, a lot of it come with them girls, man. I've seen female COs put them sexual harassment charges on officers, man, and get them bust down or get them fired. You know what I'm saying? For, you know, fraternizing and making advances towards them and stuff. I seen a female CO spit in a CO face because she said that he grabbed her on the butt. You know what I'm saying? So it be going down, man. Them officers be beefing in there. It be some in-house fighting. It be some backstabbing, man. It be some larceny. All of that. The flammery, the skullduggery. It is not just for this side. They got it too. And they got a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? But they be trying to hide it from us so we can't see it, man. But it most definitely goes down on both sides, man. Both sides, they just try to keep their stuff under wraps, and they try to keep it between them. But yeah, it be going on, man. And I've seen it, and I've laughed, and I've laughed, and I've laughed, cause every time you see it, it just let you know, which I always knew anyway. They human, they just like us. They just in a different position, and they'll try to play it off and act like everything is cool with them, man. But yeah, they be going through it, man. And especially when you got different ranks and all of that stuff, because people be jealous. Just like in real life, they be jealous. You know what I'm saying? And the women, they be vying for positions and stuff. So they be trying to buddy up to the lieutenants and buddy up to the captains, and especially the major, just to get better, you know what I'm saying, positions in their job, better places. They don't want to work in this building, so they want to work in that building. You know what I'm saying? So all of the officers, the male officers that's in rank and in power, they use that to their advantage. You see what I'm saying? And then you have some of them that, you know, it be so many relationships in there. You know, that don't be like as the world turns. You know, I've been on institutions where you got females that got kids by 2 and 3 different officers. You know, 2 and 3 different officers, man. So yeah, them Jones is a soap opera, man. They're a real live soap opera, man. We just happen to be on the low end of the totem pole with all this going on in there. But you know, all you gotta do is get an officer that don't like another one. They'll tell you everything. They'll tell you everything about them. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you their personal business. They'll tell you what their real name is. And that was a big thing. You don't supposed to know the officer's real name. You only call them by their last name. man, let one of them officers don't like you be beefing with you. He'll put your real name out there just to annoy another CO because you keep calling by their first name. They get mad. They try to write you up, do this, that, and the third, but there's really no charge because you ain't call them outside of their name. You ain't cuss them, but they just don't want to hear it. They don't want to know you know that because they wondering what else you know. What else somebody told you, or who told you, or how you know my name. Man, dude, them COs will tell you what their first name is, tell you what kind of car they drive, tell you where they live at, and you drop that information on the CO that's running his mouth to you. He's scared to death because he don't know where you got it from. He don't know if you're going to send somebody to his crib. He don't know. So, man, they play a lot of games in there when they don't like each other, man. CO versus CO, man, it all works out for our favor. Which it should, because usually everything in there is not in our favor. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So, like I say, and it gets even crazier than that, man. These stories, they just popping in my head as I'm making this video, and I'm remembering more and more of the stuff I seen with their foolishness, man. And it's just crazy. I got to tell you, I was getting ready to go, but I'm got to tell you this because I remember too being on Powhatan. And they had this particular female CO that everybody was trying to get at. All these officers was trying to get at her. But she had her husband, that was crazy. I mean, certified crazy. And he was big. Big dude, supposed to have been 7 feet tall, which, very rarely, it's like 2% of the world population get to be 7 feet tall. So he's supposed to have been a big old 7 feet tall Bama, But so these dudes was trying to get at her, and I think she was entertaining a lot of it. And in some type of way, form, or fashion, he found out about it, and he was already, rumor was, he was already an abusive husband anyway, and an overly jealous husband. So he's supposed to found out about it. So, man, when the shift get off, this man has showed up in the parking lot looking to put some hands on some people. Man, it was crazy because the officer came, like I say, officers gonna come back and tell you. They gossip just as much as the dudes in there do, and especially if they don't like you. So, man, the rumor has it, man, that he came up there and he was waiting for his wife when she got off, and he was getting her to point out the dude or something that he supposed to heard about, and she trying to talk him in to get back in the car and let's leave. You gonna get me fired and all this and all of that. And then the dudes was coming out there, the male COs, so they see her, arguing with this dude and not realizing that's her husband. So they coming over there like, is you all right? Like they coming to be her protector. And he turned on them like, man, this is my wife. You know what I'm saying? You need to get on, mind your business. No, but sir, you own state property, man. F you. You know what I'm saying? What? And, and one of them, knocked him out right there out in the parking lot. So they supposed to be trying to charge him like they gonna jump him and everything. And the rumor has it, man, he was slinging them around out there in the parking lot, man, like little rag dolls. Like, yeah, until the next thing you know, they, bring out all these, because that's how they coming. They coming like an army. You know what I'm saying? So they get out there, remember I told you, they attack like hyenas. They get out there, man, and they get him, man, and they trying to tell him, man, that he got to get off the property. They calling the state troopers, this, that, and the third. So the woman, this female CO, she out there crying and hollering, telling him to leave, and he end up leaving, but they say he ain't leave till he did some damage, man. He knocked one of them out and slung about 3-4 of them around, with scrapes and bruises and everything all on him, because the big Bama was, he was a little bit more than they was equipped for, you know what I'm saying? So that became a big old story on there, because she came back to work. She ain't, they ain't want to fire her anyway because everybody was trying to get at her. But she ended up coming back to work, and like I say, once the people, on this side know about your information, they going to use it against you, just like they know about your information and they use it against you. So, man, that used to be the butt of the joke about her, man. All the time, dudes say, man, I ain't saying nothing to you, boy. I'm glad I ain't out there. Your husband ain't going to whoop me. And, then the dudes who supposed to got whooped, the COs, dudes is laughing and joking at him like, yeah, Miss such husband knocked you out there, man. Don't try to be a tough guy with me. So, man, it's just a it's a soap opera in there, man, as well, on their side. You know what I'm saying? It's a soap opera, man. On our side, it's foolishness and craziness and all that, but it's some soap opera to it too. But on that side, pure soap opera, man. And yeah, it's a whole lot of in-house fighting going on with the administrations on every institution I've been on, one way or another. On every institution I've been on. That's why they ain't never in sync. They ain't never on one accord until it's against us. When it's against us, they on the same team. When it's just them, man, they got so much infighting and foolishness going on, it don't even make sense. You know, so, yeah, man, just a little crazy stuff about COs versus COs, man. If y'all want to know some more about it, I'm quite sure some more gonna pop up in my head as I'm telling this video. But y'all just let me know in the comments, man. As I say, man, y'all talk to me, I talk back. I appreciate y'all for listening to me, man. I hope y'all got some type of entertainment out of this video, man. I hope y'all got some type of insight about what be going on behind them walls, which is the main thing, man. You know, just a bunch of chaos and foolishness, and we all subject to that, man, because we put ourselves in this position to be in this low state of living. So this is some of the things we.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young.
I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.